Here I'm going to be talking about dip buying in the morning, dip buying in the afternoon. Which do you do? Which is better? Which is worse? What are the risks? Stay tuned. What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here with another video lesson. Get excited, you're about to learn something new. Before I go into that, let me ask you, subscribe, okay? Click the subscribe button on YouTube, click the little ringing bell so that you're alerted when I have a new video lesson. You need to get educated. Never forget, 90% of traders lose due to lack of preparation. I will not make that mistake. You will not be unprepared if you study all my video lessons. And this is a very common question that I get. So leave a comment too below this video if you like trading in the morning or if you like trading in the afternoon. I'm curious. We're all different. There's no one right answer, especially because we're all living, in different time zones. I now have students in over 100 countries. So, if you're trading in the morning in, Pakistan, it's very different than trading in the morning in Detroit. Different time zones. We only trade U.S. stocks, or at least I only trade U.S. stocks. I've heard that my patterns work in other international markets. I just don't have time. I get so little sleep as it is. If it does work in other markets, God bless. Enjoy. I just try to teach the patterns. And for me, I really prefer dip buying in the mornings, right near the market open, because that is when you can have these absolute panics. Not because they're panics based on bad news. There's very different kinds of panics. So I want you to be careful. When I am dip buying a stock near the market open, usually that stock has been running for several days, several weeks, sometimes even several months. In my watch list, which I send out every single night to my subscribers, click the link just below this video. I'm gonna post a little offer where you can subscribe to my newsletters and you get my watch list every single night. That way you're prepared. And in my watch list, I usually feature recent runners, stocks that have been running for 1, 2, 5, 7, 10 days. And I'm waiting. I don't want to chase recent runners. It's very scary, if a stock is up 100% in a few days or 300% or 1,000%. But if there is a morning panic near the market open that is caused by stop losses, that is caused by market makers, that's caused by, these market mechanisms that exist specifically for penny stocks, that opens the door to opportunity. Because if you have a recent runner that's been spiking a lot for several days or several weeks, some people maybe missed out, so they're waiting kind of like for a sale. I look at it kind of like, buying a sweater on Black Friday. If you, go clothes shopping, the same sweater, it was the exact same sweater the day before, but on Black Friday now it's like 30-40% off. That's the kind of thing that I look for. But if there is bad news, it is not the same kind of sweater. So if a company just got, their headquarters raided by the FBI, I'm probably not going to dip buy because that stock deserves to be down 30 or 40%. It's not down due to stop losses getting taken out. It's not down due to just market makers. It's due to the fact that, a lot of these penny stocks are complete scams. Or maybe it's not that bad as the FBI rating them. Maybe they just, an analyst downgraded them. I'm still not necessarily going to dip buy because when an analyst downgrades them, that might be, something real. Like maybe this company is overvalued, especially because we're trading over extended stocks here. But if there is a crash, all in a few seconds or a few minutes, ideally on low volume, where, sometimes these kinds of pockets of opportunity open up, which I've talked about in my DVDs, where a stock just drops 20, 30, 40% because these penny stocks are not as efficiently priced as bigger companies. That is when I really like to dip buy, as opposed to dip buying some random crash at 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time in the afternoon. It's probably not due to just stop losses or market makers. And the worst thing about dip buying in the afternoon is usually when these overextended stocks have these big intraday crashes, it could be the beginning of the end. Remember, most of these penny stocks will fail. Most of them will go to zero. So it's just a question of when, not if. And in the afternoon, if it's dropping, especially hard, that can lead to a morning panic the next day. So for me, I'm all about dip buying buying morning panics due to market inefficiencies, not due to bad news. In the afternoons, you have to really be careful. Sometimes I will dip buy in the afternoon, but I will not hold it overnight because, if you're dip buying a random crash and you're holding it overnight, maybe someone knows that there's some bad news coming. Maybe, the first red day, a lot of short sellers like shorting the first red day on a lot of these sketchy speculative stocks and pump and dumps. I used to short the first red day. Now I think shorting is a little too, there's too many people, so it creates squeezes. So I like dip buying crashes before I like shorting the first red day. I'm still trading the same basic patterns that made me my first million roughly 20 years ago, but I'm using different time periods. And I know you might be confused if you're not used to trading, like I'm bringing up morning crashes, like afternoon crashes, good news, bad news, stop losses. Trust me, it gets easier over time. The hardest is in the beginning, when you don't know much, when you're not used to this. You're like, what are you talking about? Market mechanisms. Let me just trade good stocks. Well, with penny stocks, you will learn that the most predictable patterns are caused by things like stop losses. They're caused by, market maker manipulation. And while it's scary, it's actually good because it's more predictable. You don't have to try to guess, which company is going to make it in the long run because most of these companies will fail. It's kind of like knowing the end of the story so you can just work your way backwards. If you know that most of these companies are going to fail, you know that the stock price is not going to stay up, and then it's just a question of looking at predictable patterns, which I go over in all my DVDs, webinars, and video lessons. So that is a little basic video. Dip buy morning panics when there are market inefficiencies, not when there are bad news articles or some breaking news or some even rumors, because those stocks can tend to keep going down. And do not dip buy in the afternoon and hold overnight, because on that first red day it usually leads to a morning panic the next day and you might get caught. You're not necessarily able to cut your losses very quickly. So leave a comment just below this video. Let me know what you think. Cheers. Ha! Hey, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope that they help you. I want to share everything that I've learned over the years. You can check out more videos right over there. And also click subscribe so that you can watch all of these videos, get that knowledge, and become my next millionaire student.